Good morning. So I kind of wanted to go over what today's assignment is with you all. So this is today's assignment. All you're going to do is just answer each of the questions using this image for the first 10 questions. And then there is a second part, and I'm going to explain that in just a minute. So all you're doing here is you're looking at the different positions of the ball. Okay, so we have A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. It says which letter shows the ball when it's at the maximum kinetic energy. So we kind of talked about that yesterday. As it's at the top of the highest hill, it has the most potential. And as it goes down, when it reaches that lowest point, it has the most kinetic. Okay. And then as it starts to go back up, it loses that kinetic. Well, it doesn't lose it. It transfers it into potential energy. So that would be D, shows the most kinetic. Okay, which letter shows the maximum potential energy? Okay, that's going to be when it's at the highest point. So you notice that A and G are both kind of on top of the hill, but if you look at these lines that are splitting this image up, you'll notice A is up higher than G. So A has more potential energy than G. But now if we look at, let's compare G and B. If we're looking at it, you may think that, okay, B comes after A, so that has the next highest amount of potential energy. But if you notice it, though, it's at a lower height than G is. So B has less potential energy than G does. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you all. And then, so you're just going to kind of answer all those questions. Which letter shows the ball when it has just a little less potential energy than F? Okay, so just a little less potential energy. So that means that it's going to be lower down than F. Okay, just a little bit less, that's going to be C. C is just a little bit lower than F is. Okay, that's what you're doing for that part. If you scroll down to part 2, it says determine whether the objects in the problems have kinetic or potential energy. So you're reading this. It says you serve a volleyball with a mass of 2.1 kilograms. The ball leaves your hand with a speed of 30 meters per second. Okay, so it gives you here mass and speed. Well, we know from our notes that mass and speed determine kinetic energy. So the ball is going to have kinetic energy here. Okay. Now, when it talks about like this one, a baby carriage is sitting on top of a hill that is 21 meters high. The carriage with the baby weighs 12 newtons. Okay. So this has mass and it has height. So mass and height, that is potential energy. Okay, so you would just write potential energy there. If you have questions while you're going through this, I will be on Zoom during our normal class period. Just make sure you check all of your work that you've turned in, make sure there's no corrections you need to do. And then if you have questions about this, hop on. Hope you all have a great day and enjoy your weekend.